Hey class, I'm doing my project on Sinatra and a movie, so let's get started. So the movie that I decided to do was On the Town, 1949. So this movie is pretty much broadly, it's about fun-loving sailors, Gabby, Gene Kelly, Chip, Sinatra, and Ozzy. Um, Jules Munshin have 24 hours of shore leave in New York City, and they want to make it every second count. Like it's their only opportunity to be off the ship, and they're in New York and they want to have a good time. So pretty much they want to just go and find girls and find someone to, just have fun with while they're off the ship. So before I get deeper into the movie, let's talk about the parts of the movie and who made it like, what it is that we know. So first, the song composer that I want to go over is Leonard Bernstein. So Leonard Bernstein was an American conductor, composer, pianist, educator, author, and humanitarian. Among the most important conductors of his time, he was also the first American conductor to receive international acclaim. In 1943, 25-year-old Jerome Robbins approached him with an idea for a ballet, Three Sailors on a 24-hour shore leave in New York City. Oliver Smith, the phenom who had designed the sets for Fancy Free, loved the ballet and suggested turning it into a full show, which is On the Town, the movie that we know today. So one problem that they figured out was they needed to find a lyricist for the lyrics for the song. So that brings me to Betty Comden and Adolph Green. So these were the main lyricists for the On the Town movie. A little bit of information about these two. They were a musical comedy duo who provided lyrics and screenplays to some of the most beloved and successful Hollywood musicals and Broadway shows of the mid 20th century. Her writing partnership with Adolph Green is called the longest running creative partnership in theater history. It lasted for 6 decades, during a time they collaborated with other leading entertainment figures such as the famed Free Unit at MGM, Leonard Bernstein, and wrote the musical comedy film Singing in the Rain. So, like, they have huge musical resumes behind them and the people that they chose, particularly for this movie. This brings me to the producer or the arranger of the entire thing. That's Arthur Freed. Arthur Freed was an American lyricist and Hollywood film producer. He won the Academy Award for Best Picture twice, in 1951 for An American in Paris and in 1958 for Gigi. Both films were musicals. In addition, he produced and was also a co-lyricist for the now iconic film Singing in the Rain. He also was the associate producer for The Wizard of Oz, so his musical resume was pretty amazing. And it's pretty cool that they pretty much, well, he is the one who produced the whole thing, so it was, destined to be good. Um, So here are some notable singing moments that I enjoyed. In total, there was about 10 or 11 songs throughout the whole entire movie. If I spoke about each song, we would be here forever. So I wanted to talk about the three songs that I particularly enjoyed throughout the whole entire thing. And the first song is New York, New York. The song is important because it pretty much tells the story on why they're in New York in the first place. Um, the three sailors sing along about New York always being a wonderful time and it's the best place for women. It's a really good song. And it's like literally the first song soon as you push play. The second song that I enjoyed was "Prehistoric Man." Another song performed around the midway point of the movie, about 22 minutes. The three sailors, a taxi driver, and a doctor that they just met at this point all sing it, and it's about Ozzy being compared to a prehistoric man because this doctor is pretty much just obsessed with science and eventually falls in love with Ozzy, and that becomes his like girl throughout the movie. And the third song that I want to discuss is "Come Up to My Place" at 29 minutes, and this was just a very funny song to me that I enjoyed because the taxi driver wanted Chip, which was Frank Sinatra, to come up to her place, but he didn't want to go, and she kept on making so many different excuses, and I just thought that was funny. So on my last slide, my personal observations for the whole entire movie. I really liked how they ended it. So like the first song, like it was like an interlude pretty much about a construction worker not wanting to get out of bed to go to work before the sailors got off the boat and sung New York, New York. Um, and it was like a brief little song period, and I really enjoyed that. And they reiterated that at the end of the movie, had the construction worker sing the same thing, but instead of them running off the boat at 6 a.m., they run on the boat at 6 a.m., and another trio runs off the boat at 6 a.m. singing the exact same New York, New York song that they started off with. And I just like the foreshadowing and the pretty much just like, I guess, just the foreshadow for that scene. I just thought that was pretty cool. And I just liked overall the humor that was incorporated into the musical. It kept me interested in the movie and the songs that they were singing. And I didn't know Frank Sinatra. I haven't seen all his movies, but in particularly this movie, he was actually a really good actor. That better than I thought, to be honest. So I really thought that was a cool thing to see. Another talent that we don't really get to see about Frank Sinatra. But yeah, that's pretty much my analysis of the movie. Think you guys should all go see it. And yeah, thank you.